This is how we get the signal. So this is a modulated signal. Okay. So this is a message signal. So this is a carrier before modulation. So this is a carrier after modulation. So since it is analog modulation, what is happening? So the amplitude of the carrier is varied or modulated according to what signal? Message signal. So this is simply about the amplitude modulation. Now, so in the last class, we have seen case 1 where mu, what is mu? Modulation index is less than 1. We have taken mu equal to 0.5. Yes or not? Okay. So we have seen the case 1 where mu equal to 0.5, that is mu is less than 1. Now, so we go to next case, that is case 2 where mu is more than 1. Now, so in the same example, I am changing mu equal to 1.5. It was 0.5. Now I am making it 1.5, which means it is more than 1. Now next what happens? Now, so this is how the AM signal look like. So this is the AM signal when mu is more than 1. So specifically in this case, mu is 1.5, which is more than 1. Okay. So this AM signal when our modulation index mu is equal to 1.5. So that means it is greater than 1. Okay. Now what is the difference between this AM signal and previous AM signal? So what is the difference between this AM signal and previous AM signal?
We find distortions.
Okay, what distortion? Okay, so let us see the example clearly. Now M of t as it is same. The previous example, C of t also same. Now this is the equation of AM signal now. Can you see it? Now in the previous example, what was S of t? S of t equal to 1 plus 0.5 cos pi t cos 20 pi t. Do you remember? Now here I am writing 1.5. What is this 1.5? It is mu. New value. Okay. Now my AM signal becomes S of t equal to 1 plus this mu, which is 1.5 cos pi t cos 20 pi t. Okay. Now you can clearly see here. So this is what envelope. This is a curve. Okay. In these brackets, we have envelope. Agreed or not? Now this is envelope. Okay. Now, so I told you same analogy in case of case 1. Okay. Now here, so what is the maximum value of this envelope? So when it is maximum, when cos pi t is maximum.
1.
So what is cos pi t maximum? 1 means, so the maximum value of this envelope is 1 plus 1.5 into 1. Correct or not? So that is 2.5. Okay. So what is the minimum value of this envelope? What is the minimum value? Not 1. Why 1? No. What is the minimum value of the cos pi t? Minus 1. So if you take any cos pi t, it varies from plus 1 to minus 1. No. Suppose if t equal to 1, you get cos pi. Okay, t equal to 0, cos 0, something like that. So this value is always between plus 1 to minus 1. You take any signal, its maximum value is what? Plus 1. Minimum value? How much?
Minus 1.
Minus 1. So it varies between plus 1 to minus 1. Correct or not? Okay. Now here what happens? So when cos pi t is minus 1, what is the value of this envelope?
Minus 0.5.
Minus 0.5. Now, so this is what? Envelope. So I am talking about upper envelope. Is it okay? So this pink color line represents upper envelope. Now this blue color line represents what envelope?
Lower envelope.
What a lower envelope. Okay. So I told you
Lower
already. So we take only one envelope. By default, it will be upper envelope. Okay. So one is enough for us because both are symmetric. Okay. Now, how is the envelope? What changes can you observe compared to the case one? What can you observe? Envelope is becoming negative. Yes or not? Okay. Now, so this is the envelope. Okay. Now envelope is crossing 0. Why? Because so this is maximum value of envelope is how much? Just now I told you how much? 2.5. Minimum value minus 0.5.
0.5.
So it is negative, right? Now, so this envelope is becoming negative also. It is positive
Yes,
as well as it is also becoming negative. Okay. Now I told you. So when envelope starts become negative, so this leads to a distortion. That is called envelope distortion. Okay. So when it happens, when the envelope starts becoming negative, what a condition?
Modulation
Mu is
Greater
greater
than
than
1.
1.
When mu is more than 1, our envelope will be negative. So if envelope is negative, there is a distortion called as envelope distortion. I will tell you what is the distortion is exactly later. As of now, just remember. So when the envelope is becoming negative, okay, so it gives some distortion that is called as envelope distortion. Okay. Now, so one more thing. So you can go to this desmos.com. Okay. So you can draw all these waveforms in this desmos.com. They're very easy and very interesting also. So after this class, just open this desmos.com and type this equation. Is it clear, all of you? So after the class, just open this desmos.com and type this equation. You will get this waveform. Okay. Not only this equation. So in the previous case also, we have seen one equation where mu equal to 0.5. What was the equation there? S of t equal to 1 plus 0.5 cos pi t into cos 20 pi t. Now you can draw any waveform using this desmos.com. It is very interesting. After the class, please go to this website and draw all the waveforms that I have drawn here. Okay, so you can verify all the waveforms there itself. Clear? Okay. Now, so this is about case 2. Okay. Now, so now let us go to the third case. Okay. So in the first case, we have seen mu is less than 1. In the second case, we have seen mu is more than 1. The third case, that is mu equal to 1, exactly equal to 1. Okay. So then what happens? Now this is a waveform you get. So this is a AM signal you get. Now what is the difference here now? Can you tell me? So how it is different from remaining two cases? Can you tell me? Anybody can you tell me how it is different from remaining two
Overlapping,
cases?
sir.
So there is no overlapping, but it is just touching the. Here is overlapping. Here is overlapping. Agreed or not? Here is overlapping, right? So here there is no overlapping, but so they are about to overlap. You can say like that. Correct? So they are exactly touching each other.
Perfectly symmetrical.
Yeah, perfectly symmetric. So they are exactly touching this axis. That's it. So let us go to this example first. Now this is same example. Now only difference is here mu equal to 1. Now if mu equal to 1, what is the equation becomes? 1 plus cos pi t cos 20 pi t. Here mu equal to 1. Exactly 1. Correct? Now here what is the maximum value of this envelope? Now tell me. What is the maximum value of this envelope?
2.
2. Minimum value?
0.
0. Okay. Now this is the envelope. So envelope is maximum is having 2 and the minimum is 0. But it is not negative. Clear? It is just touching the 0 axis. But it is not crossing the 0 axis. Means it is not negative. It is still positive only. Okay. So it is at the verge. I can say at the edge of the axis. Okay. Now what can you say? If mu is less than or equal to 1, what can you say? Envelope is positive. Agreed or not? First case, third case. What the first case? Mu is less than 1. Third case is mu is equal to 1. In both these cases, the envelope is positive. So is it okay, all of you? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now envelope is positive, but in the second case, here envelope is negative. Okay. So that's why. So I told you already, when the envelope is negative, we get a distortion called as envelope distortion. Now, so here I have written, to avoid envelope distortion, mu must be what? Less than or equal to 1. So it should be less than or equal to 1. Then the envelope is positive. So if it is positive, there is no distortion. But if mu is more than 1, envelope starts become negative. Now it leads to a distortion called as envelope distortion. So I will tell you what is the envelope distortion later. As of now, just remember like this. So this envelope should never become negative. Is it okay, all of you? Okay. So when it becomes negative, when your modulation index mu is more than 1. Okay. Now simply remember like this. Our index should not be more than 1. Okay. Always it should be what?
Less than
or equal to 1. Okay. Right. So I have written here. So for no distortion, mu must be less than or equal to 1. So if mu is more than 1, so the carrier is over modulated. So that leads to what? A distortion. Okay. Anyway, so the standard definition of mu is like this. Mu equal to, I told you already, what is mu equal to? Can you tell me anyone? What is the formula of mu equal to?
Ka into AM.
Ka into AM. I told you already. So, but let us derive that. Now, this is the formula of mu. Ka mod minimum of m of t. Is it okay, all of you? Okay. Now, remember, so mu is also called as depth of modulation. Sometimes it is also called as depth of modulation. What is another name? Modulation index. So mu is known as modulation index or depth of modulation. So this is the formula of mu. This is a generalized formula. Okay. Now, so if m of t equal to am cos 2 pi fmt, what is then mu equal to Ka mod minimum of m of t. So what is the minimum of this m of t? What is the minimum value of this m of t? What is that? Otherwise, what is the maximum value? Am. Am is the maximum value. Minimum value is minus am. If it is 1, in place of am, if it is 1, what do you say? It is having a maximum value of 1, minimum value of minus 1. But it is am is here. That's why it has a maximum value of am, minimum value of minus am. Here the minimum value of m of t is what? Minus am. So mod of minus am is anyway am. So Ka am. That's why I told you in the first lecture itself, but here I am deriving the formula. So mu equal to Ka am. Remember this. This is very, very important. Now mu is a unitless quantity. What is mu? It is a
Modulation index.
mu, that is unitless quantity, means it doesn't have any units. Okay. Now, so can you tell me what are the units of Ka now? Anyone? So mu equal to Ka into Am. So this mu is unitless quantity. It doesn't have any units. Now what about units of Ka?
No units.
So if Ka has no units, what are the units of Am? Am is amplitude, right? What do you say?
Radiance inverse.
What? Correct. Come on.
Inverse of radius. Radiance.
By radians. What is the value of units of Am? Volts,
Meter.
no?
Volts.
Why
Okay.
meters?
Okay. Sir.
Generally we call voltage or current, right?
Okay.
Suppose we write m of t equal to 2 cos 2 pi 5 volts, we write, right? Volts. Do you remember or not?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So 2 volts. This voltage is 2 volts. Let us take. Okay. Now what are units of Ka? Volt inverse.
Volt.
Volt inverse.
Volt inverse into volt is nothing but unitless quantity.
Unitless.
Okay. So mu equal to, so what is Ka is called? Amplitude sensitivity. I told you already. Into amplitude of the message signal. So mu equal to Ka into Am. Ka is, what is Ka? Amplitude sensitivity into what is Am? Amplitude of the message signal m of t. Correct? Okay. So mu equal to Ka Am. Remember, it is only for sinusoidal message signals. Please remember this. So what is a mu, generalized mu formula? This one. So this is a formula of mu for any signal. Okay. So you must remember this formula only. Mu equal to Ka mod of m of t, a minimum of m of t. It is a formula of mu for any signal, any arbitrary signal. But so here I have assumed that m of t equal to am cos 2 pi fmt, and we have derived mu equal to Ka into am. So whatever I am writing mu equal to Ka into am, it is valid only for what? Sinusoidal message signals. Please remember this. Okay. So in this course, the formulas are different. 2 different formulas will be there. One formula is for only for sinusoidal message signals. Now this is the generalized formula. Okay. Why? Because m of t need not be always sinusoidal. Do you agree or not? I told you already, m of t is a message signal, means it is a signal which we are transmitting. You may transmit voice, you may transmit video, you may transmit speech, or you may transmit video, etc., right? Now, so it depends upon what signal you are transmitting. Okay. But so for simplicity, we'll derive formulas for what? Sinusoidal message signals. Okay. So you must remember this formula, not this formula. So if you remember this formula, you can derive this formula very easily. Is it okay, all of you? Correct? Okay. Now, so here, how to calculate modulation index mu. Okay. So far so good. Any doubts? So if you have any doubts, please ask me.
Sir, why the min of m of t?
Why?
For calculation of modulation index,
Yeah.
why we consider minimum of m of t?
Yeah. So the reason is we want to have, let's go back to this. Yeah. Here, so we want to have our, this is envelope. It has to be positive. It has to be Positive.
Positive.
So do one thing. So take AC 1 plus Km of T mod of this has to be greater than 0. So this is has to be greater than 0. So for that, you have to calculate what is mu, corresponding mu. Okay. So why envelope is positive? I told you already. If it is negative, it gives some distortion. Okay. Is it okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now, so calculation of modulation index mu. Okay. Now, so this is what AM signal. Okay. Now, so its amplitude is varying. So the amplitude of the carrier is varying. Correct? That is the definition of AM. Now, so you take only positive envelope or upper envelope, upper side. Now this is the maximum amplitude. Correct? This is the minimum amplitude. Correct? Okay. Now, so this is the Emax, is a maximum of envelope. What is the maximum value of this? Can you tell me from this? Here, so what is the maximum value of this? What is the maximum value? AC
1 plus mu.
1 plus mu. Correct?
1 plus mu.
Minimum value?
AC
1 minus
1 minus mu. Sir.
AC 1 minus mu.
Mu.
Okay. So that's what we have written here. So it's having a maximum of AC into 1 plus mu. Here we have minimum, that is AC into 1 minus mu. So in the negative side also we have amplitudes. What this will be? Can you tell me? This side, this amplitude. So this amplitude is AC into 1 plus mu. What is
That
this
is
amplitude?
minus.
Yeah, this is symmetric, right?
Yes, sir.
This will be what this will be? Minus of
Minus of
AC into 1 plus mu. What is this?
Minus of AC into 1 minus mu.
Yeah, correct. So there will be symmetric. So we have two amplitude values. They are AC into 1 plus mu here, AC into 1 minus mu here. Now, so in the negative side also, we will have some amplitudes, just like the positive amplitudes. Okay. Is it okay, all of you? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
sir.
So what I'm saying is, here you have two amplitudes, right? Here also you have two amplitudes, negative amplitudes. So generally what happens, suppose here it is 1, let us take. Here it will be what?
Minus 1.
Minus 1, right? Suppose here it is 0.5. If it is 0.5, what this will be?
Minus 0.
Minus 0.5. Okay. So I'm not writing negative side. I'm just writing only positive side. Okay. Now, so from the above figure, so the maximum amplitude of envelope is AC into 1 plus mu. This is equation 1. And the minimum amplitude is what? Just now we have derived. What is that?
AC into 1 minus.
Into 1 minus
Now,
mu.
here, so what are we calculating? We want to
Modulation
calculate
index.
mu, right? So from these two equations, you have to calculate mu. What is mu now? Can you tell me?
Emax minus
Yeah,
minimum by
from equation 1 and equation 2, tell me what is the value of mu.
Emax
What is that?
minus minimum by
Emax minus E minimum by
Emax plus E minimum.
Emax plus E minimum. Okay. So with this formula, you can calculate the value of modulation index mu. Okay. So if it is not given, so you have to calculate from the given waveform. Okay. So if mu value is not given, so they will give you the AM waveform or AM signal. So from that, you have to calculate E maximum, E minimum, and if you know E maximum and E minimum, so by using this formula, you can calculate mu also. Okay. This is a very, very important formula for modulation index mu. Is it okay, all of you? Now, so there is one more formula also, but so something like this. Here we write mu equal to AM by AC. Okay. So some textbooks they also use this formula. Okay, that is mu equal to AM by AC. So remember these two formulas. Mu equal to what is the E maximum? First you should know what is E maximum. It is the maximum of envelope. Clear, all of you? What is E minimum? Minimum of envelope. So envelope means you should get it from the waveform. Okay. Now here, so sometimes so we use this formula also. That is mu equal to AM by AC. Okay. So if they in the problem, so if they have not given this envelope values, so you have to calculate with this AM by AC. What is AM? Amplitude of the message signal. What is AC? Amplitude of the carrier signal. Okay. So remember these two formulas. Okay. Now, so this is about calculation of modulation index. Okay. Any doubts here?
How it came to?
What?
Also.
What, ma?
AM by AC, how it came?
So here you can observe this. Okay. So here, so if you expand this, what do you get? If you expand this, I'm writing AM by AC. So you do one thing. You expand this equal to what? What do you get? So AC cos 2 pi FCT. Is it okay? Is it okay? So if you expand this, what do you get? AC cos 2 pi FCT plus what do you get? AC AM cos 2 pi FMT into cos 2 pi FCT.
FCT.
Yeah. Now what is KA then? You can observe what is KA.
AC by
what is KA? 1 by AC.
AC by AM. Okay. 1 by AC.
You can observe. 1 by
Yes, sir.
AC. Observed or
AC.
not? So okay, let me go
Sir.
back. Yeah. So here in place of KA we have 1 by AC. Yes or not? So then this is becomes mu. Otherwise, so you can go to the standard formula of AM. AM equal to AM, that is S of t equal to AC into 1 plus mu cos 2 pi FMT into cos 2 pi FCT. So in place of mu we have AM by AC. Okay. So if I write mu equal to AM by AC, still it is AM signal. Is it okay? So you can work on this. Still, if you have any doubts, I will clarify in the next class. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
You work out this. If it is still problem for you, so I will give the answer in the next class. Okay. I have tried something here otherwise. Okay. You just work out. What you do is you just expand this. So if you expand this, still it is AM signal only. There KA, you get KA as 1 by AC. Okay. What is mu equal to KA into AM now? Agreed or not? Mu equal to KA into
Yes,
AM.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is KA? 1 by AC.
Yes, sir.
Then mu equal to AM by AC.
Yes.
Okay. So after the class, do one thing. You expand this. Okay. So in place of KA, you get 1 by
Okay, sir.
AC. Okay. So still you did not understand. So then I will clarify in the next class. Okay. Okay. Now, so this is for your self-reading. That is multi-tone AM. You must read this on your own. Will you read it or not? You work out this. So what is a multi-tone means? Single tone means you know already.
Multiple
What a single tone
frequency
means?
components.
Yeah. So single tone means only single frequency, only sine or cos. So multi-tone means more than one. So here m of t is something like this. M of t equal to cos 2 pi f1t plus cos 2 pi f2t. It is a combination of two cos functions. Then what happens? M of t will have two frequency components. Okay. Suppose if m of t equal to am cos 2 pi f1t plus am cos 2 pi f2t. Now in m of t we have two cosine functions. Now, so how many frequency components we have? Two.
Two.
F1, F2. Now it becomes multi-tone AM. Okay. So if you take three cos functions, you get three frequency components. You take four, you get four frequency component. One frequency components for one cos function. Okay. Now here, so what you have done so far is in m of t, I have taken only what I have taken? M of t equal to am cos 2 pi fmt I have taken. Only one frequency I have taken. Here, what is the frequency of this m of t? Fm. Correct? Suppose if I write something here, m of t equal to am cos 2 pi fmt plus am cos 2 pi f2t, let us take. Then m of t will have two frequencies. Correct? Now, if you take three cos functions, you will get three frequency components. So it depends upon how many cos functions you are taking in m of t. Okay. So if you take only one cos function, it is called single tone AM. Okay. So if you take more than one, it is called multi-tone AM. So you work out this by taking more than one cos functions in m of t. Let us see what will happen. Okay. So that is for your self-reading. You must read this on your own. Will you read it or not? Any answers?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will ask in next class. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. So now let us come to the spectrum of AM signal. Okay. Now before that, what do you mean by spectrum? How to get spectrum? I think
Multiple
your study.
frequencies put together is called a spectrum.
What?
Frequencies put together is called a spectrum.
Yeah, correct. But how to get spectrum? Suppose I don't know spectrum. How to find out spectrum? Fourier transform. Simple. If you take a Fourier transform to any time domain signal, you get a spectrum. That is frequency domain equivalent. Okay. Now, so consider an arbitrary message signal m of t with a spectrum m of f. M of t Fourier transform is m of f, right? So m of t Fourier transform is capital M of f. Okay. Now here, so I am assuming an arbitrary shape of the spectrum for my message signal. Yes, I'm assuming it can be any spectrum, but for time being, I'm assuming that my spectrum is like this. It is a triangle spectrum. Okay. Now, so this spectrum is symmetric. About what? It is symmetric about zero axis. The spectrum is symmetric about this zero or this y-axis. You can assume like that. Okay. So what is the maximum value of the spectrum? Capital M of 0. Now, so what is the maximum frequency of the spectrum? W. Correct.
W.
So this is the spectrum I am assuming. So I am telling you here, I am just assuming that my spectrum is like this. So it can be any shape. It can be triangle, it can be square, it can be parabola, whatever it is. But so I'm assuming my spectrum is in this shape. That's it. Okay. Now, so here, now W is the maximum frequency component of message signal. What's the bandwidth of the spectrum?
2 omega.
Not 2W.
Not
No,
omega.
it is only W only. Okay, why? Because So I told you already, I hope. So if any signal is real signal, what happens if something signal is real? What about the Fourier transform of real signal? It has to be symmetric. Okay. So if anything is real, if you take Fourier transform, the spectrum has to be symmetric. Is it okay, all of you?
Okay.
Hello. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So that's why we write this negative side. So actually, this is a spectrum. From where to where? 0 to W. 0. This is spectrum actually. So, but we write for this negative side also, just because it has to be symmetric. Okay. So before that, so what do you mean by negative frequency? Suppose if I say minus 10 kilohertz, what does it make sense? It doesn't have any sense. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
If I say, let us take minus 10 seconds, let us go to time. So there can be some meaning, because you can say minus 10 seconds means you are delayed by 10 seconds. Okay? Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
But if I say minus 10 kilohertz or minus 10 hertz, it doesn't make any sense. So negative frequencies do not make any sense. Okay? So we write these negative frequencies just because my spectrum has to be what?
Symmetric.
Symmetric. That's it. Okay. So never consider negative frequencies. We write for the sake of having symmetry, just for having mathematical symmetry. Is it clear? Okay. So always take 0 to W. Now what is the bandwidth now? W.
W.
Okay. So from now onwards, for every spectrum, so whatever is there on the right hand side, so same thing will be there in the left hand side. Suppose here you have a line. There should be line in the negative side also. So whatever we draw on the right hand side, same thing has to be drawn on the left hand side also. Is it clear? So remember this. So even though I did not write, you must assume that. All of you, is it okay? Sometimes I may write only 0 to W. By default, you assume that. So there should be a symmetry in the negative side also. So mostly I will write. If I don't write also, you must assume that. So there will be same figure in the negative side also. Is it clear, all of you? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So let us go to the spectrum of the signal now with the bandwidth W. Okay. This is the shape of the spectrum. Okay. Now, so let us go to AM equation again. So this is the generalized AM equation, that is S of t equal to AC 1 plus Ka M of t cos 2 pi FCT. Okay. Now this is the expansion. AC cos 2 pi FCT plus Ka M of t AC cos 2 pi FCT. So I have written separately, that's it. Is it okay, all of you? Right. So this is already you know. Now, so what is this? Fourier transform of S of t equal to S of f. What is S of t? What it is called? Modulated signal. What is M of t? Message signal. What is AC cos 2 pi FCT? Carrier. Okay, all of you. So C of t, let us take. C of t is what? AC cos 2 pi FCT, that is called carrier. M of t is what? Message signal. S of t was modulated signal. You must remember these three signals: message signal, M of t, carrier, C of t, S of t is modulated signal. Now M of t can be anything. M of t is what you are transmitting. It can be anything in general. C of t is always a sinusoidal function. Now S of t is a result of a modulation. Okay. Now, so S of t Fourier transform is S of f. Okay. C of t Fourier transform is C of f. M of t Fourier transform is M of f. Is it okay, all of you? So small s of t has a Fourier transform of capital S of f. Is it okay, all of you? Now, so what is the carrier C of t? AC cos 2 pi f ct. Now, what is the Fourier transform of AC cos 2 pi f ct? What is that?
C of f.
Now, what is that equal to? AC by 2 delta of f plus fc plus delta of f minus fc. So I hope you know this formula. You know or not?
Yes, sir.
So I think you are studying DSP in this semester only.
Yes,
So
sir.
I hope you might have gone through all the basics of S and S. If
Yes, sir.
not, you must go through the basics of S and S. Okay. So without knowing signals and systems, you cannot learn this course. Let me remind you, that is very, very important. So if you have any problem with the concept of S and S, with the concept of signals, please read it once. Anyway, I hope Madhu sir has given the introduction to S and S also. Yes or not? Yes or not, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you must recall all the concepts of S and S also. Let me tell. So are you working with F or W? F or omega? So I hope some people are studying formula in terms of omega. Omega or F?
F, sir.
F only? Okay. So if it is F, we don't have any problem. Okay. Now this is the Fourier transform of what signal? Carrier signal. C of t. That is called C of f. So what do you mean by this? If you draw the spectrum, what will happen? Can you draw it now? So can you draw the spectrum? What do you get? So they're impulses, right? Two impulses. At what frequency? At what frequency were impulses? Fc and at minus Fc. With amplitude how much?
AC by 2.
by 2. Okay. So if you draw the spectrum, you have impulse at Fc and other impulses at minus Fc. Otherwise, so you might be knowing this. If I say del of t minus t naught, how to define that? If I ask you delta of t minus t naught, how it is defined? Can you define that? Anybody? If I ask you
Impulse
delta
at
of
minus T naught.
Impulse at t equal to
T naught.
T
Minus
naught.
T naught.
What?
At minus T naught, we have impulse.
That's it. So it is at minus T naught to plus T naught, right? Generally a small curve, small rectangle actually.
Yes, sir.
So we take delta of t minus T naught equal to 1 at t equal to T naught. It is 0 elsewhere. Okay. So we have here two impulses at Fc frequency and other at minus Fc frequency with a strength we call, not amplitude, with a strength or with area otherwise. Area how much? AC by 2. Okay. So you know about impulses or not? What is the properties of impulse? Can you tell me properties of impulse? There is an important property. What is that? Area under impulse is how much?
1, sir.
1. Okay. Yeah, same thing. So we have two impulses at Fc, at minus Fc with a area equal to how much? AC by 2. Okay. Now, so here, so we have to find out the Fourier transform of this signal. Actually, is it okay, all of you? We have to find out the Fourier transform of this signal. What signal? C of t plus Ka m of t C of t. Now we have done with the Fourier transform of C of t. What do you got?
AC by 2.
AC by 2 delta of f plus fc plus delta of f minus fc. So we are done with the Fourier transform of C of t. Next, we have to find the Fourier transform of m of t into C of t. Anyway, k is a constant, no? So no problem. Now, so here m of t, I am writing m of t as it is. So let us take C of t like this. So C of t, let us take cos 2 pi fct. Okay. So let us take cos 2 pi fct is C of t. Let us take AC should be there. Okay, no problem. Now, so here, do you remember this formula? You know this or not? It is called modulation property. So it's the properties of S and S. What is this? Property of S and S. Okay. So if you multiply any signal with cos function, what will happen? What the property says simply? Don't remember the formula. Okay. In S and S, you should never remember the formula. You must remember the logic. Okay. So what happens is, if you multiply any signal with cos theta or cos function, what will happen? The spectrum will be shifted.
Right and left shifted.
Yeah. So this is the right shift. This is the left
Yeah.
shift. Okay. So 1 by 2 we write as it is. Can you prove this one? Can you prove this property? How to prove this? So tell me the procedure to prove this property. Anyone? Well, how to proceed? So if you have studied S and S properly, there wouldn't be a problem. Now, so I will do one thing. So these two are multiplied in time domain. Yes or not? Okay. So in frequency domain, they have to be what?
Convolve.
Convolved. Yeah. So here m of t, it becomes capital M of f.
Yes.
Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
So here multiplication becomes convolution.
Yes, sir.
Now what is the Fourier transform of cos 2 pi fct?
Del of f plus f.
1 by 2. 1 by should be
1 by
should be
2.
there, no? Here
Yes.
AC is there. That's why it is AC by 2 is there.
1 by 2.
If nothing is there, it is 1 by 2. Hello, is it
Yes,
okay?
sir. Yes, sir.
1 by 2 delta of
Delta
f plus fc
plus
plus
fc
delta of
plus
f
delta
minus fc means here what are we doing is, so m of f convolution 1 by 2 delta of f plus fc plus delta of f minus
minus
fc.
fc.
Now what happens? Again, we have to do some property,
Convolution.
convolution property. So what is, if I ask you, what is x of t convolution del of t minus t naught? What do you say?
X of t naught del of t
No, no.
minus t naught.
So listen carefully. X of t convolution del of t minus t naught is what? Anyone? Am I audible to all of you? Hello.
Yes, sir.
My question is, x of t convolution delta of t minus t naught is what?
X of t minus t naught.
Minus T naught.
X of t
X
minus
of t minus t naught del of
T
t
naught.
minus t naught.
X of t minus t naught into del of t minus t naught. Is it so? Okay. So we verify the formulas. Only x of t minus t naught. Otherwise, now tell me what is x of t convolution delta of t? What is x of t convolution delta of t? What is the answer?
X of
Zero.
X of t only, right? In the same way, what is x of t convolution delta of t minus t naught?
delayed version of X of t, sir.
Yeah, x of t minus t naught. Okay. Now tell me what is x of t into delta of t minus t naught?
X of t minus t naught.
Both are same. No, I am asking product. So what is x of t into multiplication x of t into delta of t minus t naught. What is the answer?
X of t minus t naught into del of t minus t naught.
X of t naught.
Not x of t naught.
naught in
Correct. Tell me.
x of t naught
X
into
of t
del of
naught into del of t minus.
Yeah, correct. X of t naught into delta of t minus t naught.
T
See,
minus.
you must know these basic formulas. Okay. So this is the basic things of S and S. At least can you able to recall now? Okay. Now you prove this property. Okay. So I cannot teach each and everything here. Please understand my problem also. Okay. Because I told you in the first class itself. Now we are studying 2 subjects at a time. Is it okay, all of you? Okay. So here we cannot in detail, we cannot go into each and everything. Okay. So just I'll give you the basics. Please try to solve this. Okay, all of you.
Okay,
So
sir.
you must be ready with all the concepts of S and S and probability also. So that's why I have shared the PPT of probability. Please go through it once. So while teaching, I don't teach there. I am assuming that you know everything. Is it okay, all of you?
Okay, sir.
So please go through the basics of probability as well as S and S. So S and S, I did not send the PPTs because DSP sir has already sent the PPT. I hope so.
Yes, sir.
Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Then what you are doing now? You're not studying anything. So you don't know the basics of S and S also. So please remember one thing. This semester will be like this only. I hope so. Okay. So we need your appreciation. You must work very hard. I know that you have some problems, but we can't do anything right now. Okay. So please cooperate with us. So please study whatever we sent to you. Okay. So don't waste time. So you cannot complain about everything later. Okay. So this is the situation we have right now. We can't do anything. So you have to work with this only. You should work very hard, because so if you don't learn anything right now, so it is gone. I know that you have some problems, but so please try to cooperate with us. Okay. So right. So let us go to the slide number 82. Now this property is called modulation property. Okay. Now when you multiply m of t with a cos theta, there will be a shifted version of spectrum you get. Okay. I told you in the first class also. If you listen properly, so if you multiply message with carrier, that is called modulation. Am I clear or not? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's why it is called modulation property. So what is the basic modulation means? You take a message signal, multiply with carrier, so that is the modulation. Okay. Now, but can you tell me what is the difference here? We are multiplying message with carrier, and also we are adding
Carry.
carrier also. So that is the difference of AM. Okay. Now basically this is the modulation, but in AM, the extra thing is we add the carrier also. We add the carrier only in AM. Okay. But so more or less modulation means multiplying our message signal with carrier. So remember this. Okay. That's why the name comes modulation property. So suppose you can verify in the book also. Okay. So there it is written as modulation property only. Okay. Right. Finally, so what is the spectrum of S of t? S of f. What is it? So C of t spectrum is what? AC by 2 delta of f plus fc plus delta of f minus fc plus. So what is this m of t C of t Fourier transform? This is a Fourier transform. Here AC is missing. I am writing AC and Ka here. Now we have shift, right shift and left shift. Now, so I have mentioned one thing in the first lecture. So if you modulate, what will happen? There is a frequency translation. Yes or not? So that what is happening. This is a frequency translation. Okay. So we'll discuss. Now please look at this equation. Look at this equation. Look at this equation. Now, so we have two impulses at FC at minus FC. Now, this is what is M of F here? What is M of F? This is M of F. So this is called baseband signal. Why baseband signal? Because it starts from very low frequencies. 0. Okay. Now, so can you draw the spectrum of S of F now? So let us go to the spectrum of S of F. This is spectrum of AM signal now. Now what is this now? What is this? What is this?
That is a shifted version of baseband signal.
What shift?
Message signal.
No, there are two kind of shifts. No, right shift, left shift.
Yes, sir. Right shift left.
Yeah. So actually, so M of F was here. Okay. This is M of F minus FC. Clear?
Yes,
All
sir.
of you.
Yes, sir.
This is M of F minus FC. This is M of F plus
Plus FC.
FC. So M of F minus FC, M of F plus FC, and these two are multiplied with what? AC into Ka by 2. Correct? So this is M of F minus FC multiplied with what? AC Ka by 2. What is M of 0?
Amplitude of baseband signals.
Amplitude of baseband signal. Now this is M of F plus FC. This is M of F minus
Minus FC.
FC. Now what is this? That impulse at what frequency?
Del of F
Del of F minus FC.
minus FC.
What is this? This is del of F minus
FC.
FC. What is this? Del of
Del of F plus
F
FC.
plus FC. So not only this, we have amplitude, right? What is that? AC by 2.
AC band.
So this is AC by 2. It is also AC by 2. It should be there. AC by 2. Now, so now this is M of F minus FC. Okay. This is M of F plus
Plus FC.
FC. Now these two are impulses at FC and at minus FC. Now, so this is the amplitude of this spectrum. AC into Ka by 2 M of 0. Okay. Otherwise, so to be specific, now this is shifted by FC to the right side. Okay. And again, it is shifted to the left side by FC. Agreed
Yes,
or
sir.
not? Okay. So if shift this to the right side by FC, what happens to these frequencies? What happens? What happens to this? You shift the spectrum to the right side by FC. Now what happens to these frequencies?
Added by FC.
So 0 becomes FC.
Yes.
Correct? Minus W becomes
Added by minus FC.
0.
C. You are shifting this by FC, amount FC.
FC minus W.
FC minus W.
Yes, sir.
This becomes FC plus W. So if you go negative side also, you get similar values. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just assume like this. Here the spectrum. Shift this to the right side by FC. What happens? 0 will become FC. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
Now this minus W will shift it to FC minus W. So this will shift it to FC plus W. Okay. Now, similarly, you can shift this towards right left side by minus fc.
minus
Okay. Now, so let us not give importance to these amplitudes. Anyway, no, we can do these amplitudes, no problem. So this is what is happening. So this is m of f minus fc with the frequencies fc, fc minus w, fc plus w. Is it okay, all of you? And at the fc, we have a impulse also. Don't forget this impulse. It is there with the area how much? AC by
80/2.
what is this impulse? Actually, it is called pure carrier. Remember, it is called pure carrier, or simply I can say carrier also. Okay, all of you.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Now, so I told you already. So spectrum has to be symmetric. So whatever is there on the right hand side, same thing should be there on the left hand side. Okay, so we don't give much importance to left hand side. Just do one thing: take the reflection about this axis. So draw the figure. Take reflection about this axis right here. It should be mirror image. Is it okay, all of you? Okay. Now, if you take mirror image, what happens? Just assume like this. Imagine you're taking this and your reflection. Just reflection here. Okay. Now this is, so this comes here, but with negative frequency. Please remember. Okay. Minus fc minus w. Fc becomes minus fc. So fc minus w become minus fc plus w. Okay. Now this is what the spectrum in the negative frequency. So the spectrum in the positive frequency. So both has to be symmetric, or they are mirror images to each other. So you can think of like that. Okay. Now, so here, now, so what is the bandwidth? So this is a bandwidth. How much is that? Fc minus W minus Fc minus W. How much you get?
2W.
2W. Okay. But so what is the bandwidth of your message signal?
W, sir.
W only. Okay. So the bandwidth of message signal is W, but the bandwidth of modulated signal is 2W. Means twice the bandwidth of message signal. So this is very, very important in case of amplitude modulation. Okay. So here, so it is having a bandwidth of how much?
W.
W. I told you, don't think about this negative side. Okay. Only think about positive side. Fc minus, sorry, 0 to W, the bandwidth is how much? W.
W.
In the same way, you take only positive side, this side. This is negative side. So don't take negative side. Take only positive side. What the bandwidth?
2W.
So this point minus this point, or otherwise length of this line. How much? 2W.
2W.
Okay. Now, so this is the spectrum of AM signal. Okay. Please remember this. And one more thing. So it is not the unique spectrum. This spectrum, if and only if, what? This is the spectrum of message signal. Okay. If the message spectrum is triangle, this is the spectrum of modulated signal. Okay. So it is not the unique spectrum for all AM signals. It depends upon what is the spectrum of your message signal. Suppose, so here I can take a rectangle. Here also rectangle. I can take any shape of the spectrum. That's what I want to try. Okay. So don't think that spectrum will be always triangle. No, it can be any shape. But you must remember this equation. So the spectrum will be shifted to the right side by Fc and to the left side by Fc. Okay. At the same time, so we have impulses at Fc and at minus Fc. So this is the spectrum you must remember. Okay. So that is the meaning of modulation. What the modulation means? Frequency translation. Okay. So before modulation, so it is having this is centered around what frequency? 0.
0.
Here it is centered around FC. So this is centered around
FC.
FC. Okay. Now they are called pass band signals. What is this signal is called? Pass band signal. What is this signal is called? Baseband signal. I told you already. If you do modulation, baseband signal becomes
Passband.
passband signal. Okay. So baseband means just like low pass filter. So roughly you can say just like a baseband signal, low pass signal. It is a low pass signal. Just a low pass filter. What a low pass filter will be? It will be like this. Okay. Now pass band signal means just like band pass filter. So with a lower cutoff frequency, FC minus W, upper cutoff frequency, FC plus W. I hope you know what is band pass filter. At least.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So you remember like this. Base band means low pass filter. Pass band means band pass filter. Just remember like this. Same analogy I can say. Okay. So if you modulate, a base band signal becomes pass band signal. Otherwise, you can say there will be a frequency translation. Okay. Now our signal is translated to which frequency? Now you must tell me. After modulation, our spectrum is translated to what frequency? FC. It is translated to FC, right?
Yes,
It
sir.
is shifted by FC. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No. Now this is simply the modulation and its spectrum. Any doubts so far? So I hope if it is okay, we'll proceed now. Any doubts here? Okay. Now, so here, so we have to study about the spectrum in detail. Now, it has got three parts. The spectrum, we have three important components, I can say. Okay. So let us study. So the three major components in the spectrum. Okay. So the three major components of the spectrum. So we have a carrier component at FC. Yes or not? At FC, what we have? We have impulse. At FC, what do you have?
Impulse.
Impulse. But impulse is what? It is for what? It is for carrier. I told you already, isn't it?
Pure carrier.
Pure carrier. It is for this is a carrier component. So pure carrier means unmodulated carrier. Is it okay, all of you? Or I say carrier. That's it. By default, it is unmodulated. Am I okay or not?
Okay, sir.
Right. So right now this is a carrier component. Okay. Next. So we have a lower sideband, simply called as LSB. So lower sideband, abbreviated as LSB. It is from where to where? This orange color is lower sideband. From where to where? FC minus W to FC.
FC.
Now this is called upper sideband. From where to where? FC to FC plus W. Okay. Now, so let us go back to this. Now, there are three major components in the spectrum of AM signal. They are carrier component at FC, lower sideband from where to where? FC minus W to FC. Okay. And upper sideband from where to where? FC to FC plus W. Is it okay, all of you? Now,
Yes,
these
sir.
are three major components of the AM spectrum. Upper sideband, this color, this right angle triangle, I can say. Is it okay, all of you?
Yes, sir.
It is called upper sideband. So basically, they are called sidebands, but it is upper. Okay. What frequency is that now? FC to FC plus W. This is called lower sideband. This another right angle triangle is called lower sidebands. What frequency? So FC minus W to FC. Now, so in the same way, so you should have this side also. Please remember, we are taking the reflection. Just imagine. So you're taking the mirror image about this axis. What happens now if you take mirror image? This comes here. This comes here. Now this is upper side band and this is lower side band. So generally, students make a mistake here. They will write this is lower side band, this upper side band. No, you take mirror image or reflection of this spectrum. You take reflection. What happens? Just like this. So if you take reflection, this comes here. This comes here. Is it okay? So this is the spectrum for negative frequencies. It is for the positive frequencies. So you must remember these three important components of the spectrum. They are upper side band, lower side band, and carrier. Okay. Now actually, so upper side band and lower side bands are identical. Actually, they are identical. Okay. So can you tell me what is the bandwidth of upper side band? Only upper side band. Anyone? Anyone? What is the bandwidth of upper side band? Hello, am I audible? So the bandwidth of upper side band is how much? Only double. So the bandwidth of lower side band is again. How much is this? How much is the length? W. So upper side band bandwidth is W. So lower side band bandwidth is also equal to W. So the bandwidth of FM is now 2W. Okay. Now I can say that they are identical. Okay. So I think so far so good, right? Any doubts? Right. Now, so just now we have proved that. So the bandwidth of AM is 2W, that is twice the bandwidth of message signal. Okay. Now, so this AM is also called as double sideband AM. Okay. So you must remember this. It is sometimes called as DSB AM. What is DSB means? Double sideband. Why double sideband? Because it has two sidebands, namely what? Upper sideband and
Lower sideband.
Lower sideband. So that's why it is called double sideband AM. So you can call AM, but remember that it has two sidebands. So it is called double sideband AM. Now the three important components of the spectrum are upper sideband, lower sideband, and the carrier. And the bandwidth is 2W. That is the twice the bandwidth of your message signal. Okay. Now this is about spectrum. Now, so now till now we have drawn the spectrum for some arbitrary signal. Am I clear? We have drawn the spectrum for some arbitrary signal. So in the previous example, we don't know what is M of t. We don't know. Just we have taken arbitrarily. The spectrum is just like a triangle. Okay, all of you, is it okay? I've taken I just assumed that. Okay. Now let us take M of t equal to AM cos 2 pi FMT. What it is called? Single tone AM. Now, so let us calculate the spectrum of AM signal if M of t equal to AM cos 2 pi FMT. Now I am giving M of t equal to something. If M of t is known to us now, till now we don't know what is M of t. In the previous example, we don't know what is M of t. So just I have assumed arbitrary shape to the spectrum of M of t. That is a triangle with a bandwidth W. Is it okay, all of you? Right. So let us do the calculations. Now this is S of t equal to AC into 1 plus mu cos 2 pi FMT cos 2 pi fct. Now this is expansion. Okay. Now, so you have to calculate the Fourier transform of this signal. What you have to calculate? The Fourier transform of this signal. How do you get spectrum? So spectrum means you have to calculate Fourier transform. There is no other way. All of you, is it okay? Hello. Now, so here, so anyway, we know what is the spectrum of the signal. In the previous examples, we have already calculated. Correct? Now let us simplify this part. Now you know cos A into cos B equal to half of cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. So I will apply this here. What is A here? 2 pi FMT. What is B here? 2 pi FCT. So assume that it is the product of cos A into cos B, where A equal to 2 pi FMT, B equal to 2 pi FCT. Okay. Now, so let us solve S of t. S of t equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT as it is. So this is a pure carrier plus. So AC mu 1 by 2. Now what is A plus B? What is A? 2 pi FMT. What is B? 2 pi FCT. What is cos A plus B? Cos of 2 pi FC plus FMT. Correct? So next plus AC mu 1 by 2 cos of A minus B. What is A minus B? 2 pi FC minus FM. A minus B or B minus A, both are same for cos function. Correct or not? Now this is the S of t finally. Now this is a pure carrier. This is upper side band. With what frequency? Single frequency. What is that? FC plus FM. This is lower side band. With what frequency? FC minus FM. Okay. Now this is what we get as S of t. So just look at this once, all of you. It is very simple. So here we are calculating S of t for a given M of t. M of t is given to you. So this is what the equation of AM. So mu is a modulation index. So this is AM equation. So we are simplifying using this formula. Cos A into B equal to half of cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. Okay. So then what do you get? Okay. So this is what the signal you get. Okay. Now, so can you take the Fourier transform for this signal? Anybody? You take the Fourier transform for the signal. Here we have three cos functions. How many? 3. Cos 2 pi FCT, cos 2 pi FC plus FMT, cos 2 pi FC minus FMT. Here all are cos functions only. Okay. Now if you take Fourier transform to cos function, what do you get? Impulses. Okay. Now in the spectrum, all are impulses only. How many impulses you get? How many? Anyone?
6.
6. Okay. So for this function, 2 impulses at what frequencies? FC and minus FC. Here you get 2 impulses at what frequency? FC plus FM, negative of that. What is that? Minus of FC plus FM. Now for this cos function, you get 2 impulses at what frequencies? FC minus FM and negative of that. Okay. Now anybody, can you tell me the spectrum of this S of t now? Anyone? Okay, tell me. You must tell me what is S of f now. Okay. Come on, proceed. We'll tell the answer. It is very simple, no? Tell me the answer. So are you getting what I'm saying? Hello. So whoever knows the answer, please tell me the answer. Nobody knows the answer? Tell me. So better if you take running notes. So you must always keep a paper, pen aside with you. Okay, tell me. Anyone? No one knows the answer?
AC by 2
AC by 2.
del of f plus fc
Correct.
plus f minus fc
Okay, next.
plus AC mu by 2
So why AC mu by 2?
AC mu by 4.
AC mu by 4. Del of, so don't tell me like this. Del of f plus f set. Only tell me positive frequencies. Positive side. Tell me only for positive sides.
okay
Okay, na?
okay
Tell me now.
AC mu by 4 del of
Ah,
f minus of fc plus fm
okay, good, very good. Next.
plus AC mu by 4 del of f minus of
FC minus FM. Okay. So remaining thing, you get same frequency negative side. No need to write. Correct. Okay. So let us see. This is the answer. So look at the answer. So is the answer okay, all of you? At least look at the answer now. Now, so you draw the, how many impulses are there? How many impulses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many? 6. So 3 impulses on the positive frequency side. So remaining 3 on the negative frequency side. Correct. So why it is so? Because spectrum has to be symmetric. Is it okay, all of you? Is it okay or not? Right. Now this is spectrum. So a spectrum, an impulse at Fc with amplitude what? AC by 2. This is the carrier. In the same way, we have impulse at AC, impulse at minus Fc with amplitude with the height AC by 2. Now we have impulse at Fc plus Fm. Height AC mu by 4. In the same way, we have impulse at Fc minus Fm with height again AC mu by 4. Now this is called USB. It is called carrier. Now we have impulse at Fc minus Fm with amplitude again AC mu by 4. What it is called? LSB. In the same way, we have an impulse at minus Fc plus Fm. Negative of this. Negative of this frequency, it is, what happens? Minus Fc plus Fm. Take negative of this. Take minus here. What it becomes? Minus Fc plus Fm. Now with the height AC mu by 4. Now what's the bandwidth? You take either side. So I have written this side because this side I have written this LSB. So is it okay, all of you? I have written bandwidth this side because in the graph, so I have written LSB here. That's right. Otherwise, you can take here. What is the length of this? So what is the difference between these two? USB minus LSB. How much is the difference? 2 FM. 2 FM is a bandwidth. Okay. Now this is the upper this is upper sideband. So this is a lower sideband. This is a carrier and the bandwidth 2 FM. So what is FM? What is FM?
Frequency of message.
Frequency of message signal, or you can call the bandwidth of message signal. Okay. Now, so the bandwidth is twice the maximum frequency component of message signal, or twice the bandwidth of message signal. It is still same. Now, so here, so height is more. AC by 2 is more compared to AC mu by 4 and AC mu by 4. Will you accept this? So this is having more value compared to AC mu by 4. So is it okay, all of you? We have 6 impulses with the height. The height of the impulse is, this is AC by 2, and remaining are having height of AC mu by 4. So these 4 impulses are having height of AC mu by 4. So these 2 impulses are having height of AC by 2. Obviously, AC by 2 is more than AC mu by 4. So this is the spectrum of what a signal? Can you tell me? So this is spectrum of single tone AM. I told you. So you can observe these 2 spectrums. So this is a generalized spectrum. This is a spectrum in general, provided I have taken M of F to be a triangle. I told you so many times, I have assumed that the spectrum of message signal is a triangle with a bandwidth W. I have assumed the spectrum of message is a triangle. Then this is the spectrum of your AM signal. But here, so here, what is the message signal here? That is given to you. That is M of t equal to AM cos 2 pi FM t. Now, if that is your M of t, that this is your spectrum. Okay. So this is a spectrum of single tone AM signal. Spectrum changes if M of t changes. Remember this. After all, what is the spectrum? What it contains? It contains a carrier component and the shifted version of M of F. Agreed or not? What spectrum contains? It contains a carrier component and shifted version of M of F. Right shift as well as left shift. What is M of F? That is the Fourier transform of M of t. So more or less I can say your spectrum depends upon your message signal. If message changes, spectrum changes. Okay. So there is no unique spectrum for AM. It depends upon what is your M of t. Is it okay, all of you? Right. Now, just like previous spectrum, it also contains 3 components. What are they? Carrier component at Fc. This is a carrier component. And lower sideband at Fc minus Fm. Only one component is there for lower sideband. This is a lower sideband. So upper sideband at Fc plus Fm. And bandwidth twice the Fm or 2 Fm. So is it okay, all of you? So every spectrum of AM signal will contain these 3 major components: carrier component, upper sideband, lower sideband, and from the spectrum we can calculate the bandwidth. The bandwidth will be 2 times the bandwidth of message signal. So this is in general the spectrum. Okay. So is it okay, all of you? Any doubts? So let us proceed now. So let us discuss this later. So let us go to the power calculations. So let us go to the power calculations. Now, so
Sir, it is already 12:35.
okay, so you want me to stop here, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So we'll stop here. So we'll continue next class. Okay. Right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So if you have any doubts, you can message me. Okay.